Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you've been following along on my channel, on my Instagram page, you'll know that we've been on vacation for the past almost a month. And so we just got home yesterday and today I'm sitting down to chat with you guys. I have to say first, okay, now it's quiet. It was quiet when I pulled up the camera to start filming, but Andrew was mowing the lawn this afternoon. It sounds like he's out there with the leaf blower right now, so you might hear a bit of background noise. I did shut the windows, but you might still hear a bit of that yard work going on. So we got home last night. It's Saturday today, and I don't have a video ready to go out on Monday. Before this trip, I thought I'm gonna film, I'll film through the trip. I'll have a vlog that I can edit and get up for Monday. Now, I did film quite a bit, just kind of some random clips throughout our month of being away. And so I do have footage that I'm going to edit and put into a vlog. But I don't know what I was thinking, having the idea that I would have time to edit and upload that before Monday, because there's no way. Today has been busy just unpacking, doing a lot of loads of laundry. I ordered groceries today, and then we start school next week, so it's been a busy day and there's no way I'm going to edit a vlog. So I do have a bit of footage, and I think it'll probably be split into two parts. I'll have like 2-part road trip vlogs, but all of that to say, the vlog will not be ready for Monday. So I was like, I guess I'm filming today. So I'm sitting down to chat with you guys, and this will be Monday's video. If you guys have followed along on my Instagram, that is where I posted, I think just about every day. I was posting some pictures or some videos of where we were in our travels, the adventures we were on, what we were doing, the sights we were seeing, and you'll see more in the vlog to come. But we had an amazing, amazing time. The trip went so smoothly, like smoother than I would have expected. So this was our first time taking a trip with our pop-up camper, and there were so many unknowns with that. For one, neither Andrew or I had really driven towing a trailer before. We'd never slept in this pop-up trailer. We weren't quite sure, especially through some of the mountains we had to drive through, how well our van would tow. So there were so many unknowns as we went into this trip. We've never gone on a vacation for this long. We'll typically go away for a week, or if we've driven further, we've gone away for like a week and a half before. But this 3.5-week trip, we'd never been away for this long. So I was like, am I gonna be like so sick of being away from home and just wanting to get home? It's very different than vacations we've done in the past, because we've gotten like cottages before and stuff where we can kind of spread out from the kids and do our own thing. But this camping lifestyle, I knew we're gonna be with the kids like nonstop. There's our sleeping spaces, our sleeping quarters are very close. I wasn't sure how comfortable our camper would be, and just if I would get a good night's sleep. There were just so many unknowns going into it. And so I had high expectations, but I was also like, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe we'll have vehicle troubles, who knows? The trip was like, quite honestly, perfect. Our van towed amazingly. No issues. Our van had no issues, no like flat tires, nothing. So that was really smooth. We went across the border into the US, no issues. The camper was really comfortable to sleep in. I don't know. I just didn't know how well we would sleep, but we slept great. To be honest, this trip ended, we got home yesterday, and I was like, all of us, except for one. I have one child who probably about the last week was like ready to come home and was just so ready to be home. My one child, who's the least, I would say, outdoorsy and adventurous, and the most homebody. So that one child was like really ready to come home, but the rest of us were like, we could do this for another month. Like it's not that I didn't feel ready to come home, but I felt like I could keep going. This is just so amazing, so cool. It was such an adventure. I'm butting in here real quick because I just finished filming and remembered I forgot to ask you guys if you have any questions for me on our road trip, how it went, anything you want to know about it. put those down below in the comment section. I'll probably do an Instagram like question box too, because I do want to do a video soon in the future answering your questions about this trip. Okay, back to the rest of the video. So we took off from our home in Ontario and we drove through Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia. I have driven through all of these provinces before, but none of the rest of my family has. Andrew had never even been west of Ontario, so all that whole part of Canada was new for most of us. First driving through the Canadian Shield in the northern Ontario parts, and then driving through the prairies, driving through mountains. We got to BC and we did stay in BC for 4 days. We stayed at one campsite for a full weekend, which was actually really nice because most days we were packing up and leaving every campsite every day. We were just setting up, taking down, setting up, taking down. So it was nice to stay for a little while, and that's because I have family in BC. So we did a few family get-togethers, not like close family relatives, but I have some aunts and uncles, some cousins. And so we did like 3 get-togethers, and it was really nice. We really appreciated, well, for one, spending time with family was great, but it was also really nice to get a meal outside of like camping meals, because we were just doing really simple meals, and it was nice to go to someone's house and like really get spoiled. Our bellies were happy about those meals. We crossed the border. We went to Washington State, which again, I had been to before because I grew up in BC. And so we actually crossed the border to Washington regularly as kids. So we spent a day in Washington, and then we went to a bunch of states that none of us had been to before. So we went to Idaho, we went to Montana. I have to say Montana was probably my favorite state. Montana and Wyoming were both just gorgeous. I don't know what else to say. Like the rolling hills, the like sand dunes, and then in the background, because you're still like close to the Rockies, you could always see the mountains in the distance. And so those were really nice days. We also went to, let me think here, Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa. I think all of those states I had never been to before. Did I say them all? We went to 9 states. I think I said, okay, I think that was 6. And then we also went to some states I had been to before: Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, and then crossed the border back to Ontario and back home. One of my favorite stops we did in Canada was in Winnipeg, where we went to a Mennonite Heritage Center. And it was like a very family-friendly museum. Whenever you see like museum, it's like, okay, what is this gonna be like? Elijah, my oldest, absolutely loves museums. He loves historical facts, and he just loves all that museums have to offer. But this one was advertised as like a family-friendly, kid-friendly museum, and I was like, perfect then. I'm sorry guys, I think it's this, I have this new shirt that I got in the Badlands in South Dakota. Yeah, so I'm getting so confused between all my states. The Badlands, yeah, they were in South Dakota. Anyway, so it's a brand new shirt, and this tag is a little bit itchy. But that was a really, really cool museum. It had all the inside like pictures and old like artifacts and just a whole bunch of facts. But then outside it had this whole like Mennonite village that we were able to walk through and see the schoolhouse and the church and homes and barns and a big old windmill that Wesley loved. So that was a really fun day. What else did we do in Canada that we liked? We went to Banff, which is right in the Rocky Mountains, and of course just beautiful being in the mountains. And then the States, I do have to say, the States really do tourism better. The national parks and historic sites, and just, it's so well done and really affordable too. And so we did go to all this. My brain just feels like so full of all sorts of info and everything. I wrote random little side note here. I wrote a grocery list last night because we got home and I was like, I just need to write a grocery list, just start a list going what I need to order for groceries. And I was writing down stuff. And as I was writing, I said to Andrew, I want to make an Instagram reel this weekend. And later on, I looked at my grocery list and one of my grocery items was Instagram. Like, that's just a perfect picture of how muddled my brain is after just all this travel. And now my battery light is flashing. Okay. Yellowstone, It was really, really cool. Mount Rushmore we went to. I did film a lot of this, so you'll see this in the vlog. But our trip was just, it was amazing. It was a great time. Now we'll be back to school next week. We're really ready for back to school. I think like curriculum is already in the kids' drawers, ready to go. I do need to sit down. I'll probably just do this Monday. I need to sit down and kind of figure out a schedule for our days. You guys know I always come up with a schedule, just some sort of routine flow to follow for our homeschool days. Keep myself and the kids all organized. But I think I'm gonna close this vlog because I'm afraid the camera's about to just shut off on me because the battery light is flashing. And 11 minutes already, Julie. Okay, this is a longer video than I was intending to film because I wanted something really quick to edit, but sit down videos are easy and quick to edit. Just wanted to check in with you guys, let you know we're back, we're here, everything went smoothly, and I will see you guys later this week. I'll get some more content out, and I hope you guys are all doing well. I'll see you next time.